Hola, vamos a aprender sobre lección 3 de unidad 1, los números. So first off, we're going to talk about número 0 a 99. So the first 99 and 0. So you see all of them off on the right. I'm not going to count through all of them. Just a couple things to notice. So in the 0 through 29, do notice that has its own kind of way of getting displayed. So you've got from 15 through 29, they combine the decade number and the single digit number and put an English I in the middle. So you got 16, 17, 18, or 27, 28, all one word. You've got 11 through 15 have kind of their own names, 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on. And then starting at 30, you get a new pattern emerge, at which point you have the decade number and then the number 1 through 9, depending on which number it is. And that carries on through 99. Then there were a few, call them irregulars. They're not irregular in the sense that the accents don't actually make sense, but they are ones with accents. So you've got 16 with an accent, 22 with an accent, 23 with an accent, and 26 with an accent, as well as you do have to deal with 21. So 21 has an accent on it. Do note that un and other numbers ending in uno match in gender. So uno becomes un with masculine, and then it becomes una with the feminine. Números más de 100, so numbers greater than 100. You've got 100 is 100 or ciento, and just a reminder with that, it's 100 only when it's 100 exactly. Is being referenced. If it's 101, then you're going to deal say ciento. And 200 is 200 or 200. I can say that each time, but just realize that a bunch of these hundreds here also have a gender component. So 300 is 300, 400, 400. 500 is irregular. It is 500 or 500. You got 600 is 600. 700 is somewhat irregular. 700. So it's not just the number and then 100 or 100s. This one looks a little bit more like the decade 70. 800, 800, 900 is somewhat irregular. You've got 900, not 900, but that looks a little bit like 90, 90. And then 1,000 is just mil, not un mil, but just mil. A million is not just millón, but is un millón. And notice when it is in the singular, millón has an accent on it. The minute it becomes greater than that, it loses the accent and becomes millones. So you've got 4 millones. So a few examples. 243, you've got 243. You've got 1,921 pens. You've got 1,921 plumas, matching gender. Then there are 345,897,588 clocks. Hay 345,897,588 relojes. One thing that I always find helpful is just remembering that every time there's, well, in English would be a comma, in Spanish a dot, you have like a counting word, like a 1,000 or a million or something like the like. So this dot here after 345 is representative of millions, so that matches up with millones in the written out, and same the second one after 897 lines up with 1,000, so that's where that matches up with mil in the written out. So I kind of make sure to try to keep it in chunks as I'm doing it instead of getting lost in the fray. So remember the Y, the and in Spanish, the E, is only ever used between the decade number and the single digits. So you'll notice that's only between like 97. It's never going to be between a century and a single digit. It's only between decade and single digit. En fin.